The penultimate race of the season, round 15 takes us to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. A track with sweeping corners and fast speeds, tonight makes for a fun round leading up to the championship. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SnB's F1 series here for round 15 at the British Grand Prix. If you guys have not looked at this track before, if you don't know anything about it, let's take a look at the track. But Dion, I see you in there. Savage, what's up, guys? This is a huge race tonight. Let's take a look at a little bit about the track.
A warm welcome to you all joining us here at Silverstone today as the grid begins to form up for what we hope will be another phenomenal race. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the British Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones.
All right, and there you have it about the track. It is a fun one, I can tell you. It's very speedy. These guys are gonna have a lot of fun out here, but I can tell you the championship could be known tonight. Who will be the champion? Kerr, he will not be here for the final race next week. So we very well may know who will win tonight after this race. It's going to be very, very close. If you guys watch the IndyCar series, quite an upset for the finish here for who was thought was going to be the winner. And I'm kind of curious, will Rangers hold down for the win for the championship, or will Mayor of Bag City, will he take it over tonight if Rangers has an unfortunate race? We're going to find out, but it's going to be a wild one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I know the drivers do. We are in qualifying right now, a little over 15 minutes. I can tell you on the speed charts for practice, we were looking at 127s. Rangers was on top of the board with Mayer in second and Jacob and Culture all in the 127. So it was pretty darn close, I can tell you. Yensa, what's up? How are you? I hope you're doing well tonight. Savage, I'm happy for you. You just got paid, and yeah, I'm liking that amount. That's a good amount. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so let's take a look. We don't have any times just yet, but Rangers and Dion, they are both out right now, along with a few others. We have Liebert out on track. We have Stanton Drums and Mayor of Bag City, so we should see some times popping up pretty shortly. We have Stanton Drums, who is going through one of the DRS zones, and also looks like Mayor or Jacob, yeah, it's got to be Mayor, who is going through the other DRS zone. Yensa, glad to see you're doing good. This is going to be a wild race. I'm pretty excited. I'm a little nervous. You know, I talked about it last week. We've seen Rangers. He either has a phenomenal race or something just happens and he'll have a couple of solo spins that just absolutely destroy his chances of a win for that race. So I'm curious, what will we see tonight from him? Will he clinch up this championship tonight, or will it go over to Mayor? It's going to be a wild one. Dion on the board with a 129.0. Liebert also a 129. He's got a 0.9. So we'll see what these other guys get as they're making their way around. Alpha, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. So we've seen Culture with 2 wins, Mayor with 4, and Rangers with 8. And if you guys saw last week, rain was in the mix in Mexico, so it was quite the race. These guys had to try to figure out when to take the intermediates, when to go back out on the softs or mediums, and our 2 leaders, Mayor and Rangers, did not play a great strategy. I mean, if it worked out the way they were hoping to with the rain going away sooner, it would have been fine. Fortunately, they played the wrong cards there, and the rain stuck around. And we saw a different winner, and it mixed things up a little bit. Tooted, what's up? How are you? Thank you so much for the cheers. I appreciate it. 100 biddies. Thank you. Thank you. So our top three guys, we have Stanton Drums on the board with the fastest lap so far. A 128. We have Dion in second with a 129.0 and Libert with a 129.9. No other times on the board just yet, but I know that will be changing shortly. Let's talk about point standings, you guys. So Rangers, he does have 275 points for the driver standings. Man, this seems to be like a theme for this game. It kicks you out quite a bit. So we'll get back in, but Mayor of Bag City, 252 points. Vulture is in third with 149, and let's see if we can't get back in here. This is the only game that I experienced that with. All right, so Justin with 147 points, hitting P4, and JDM Hawk is going to run out the top 5 with 140 points. Now the constructor standings, Ferrari is out front with 354 points. Mercedes sitting in second with 336 points, and Alpine is in third with 200 and 221. And they are not wanting me to join. Let's try to join again. They did this to me last week too. Last week we had a lot of guys losing connection, so hopefully it'll let us back in a second. But yeah, this game seems to be a recurring theme for that. Let me in. Luckily it's just okay. All right, we're online. There is nothing wrong. This game just does not like it. Let me in, let me in. Still in qualifying, so we are missing a little bit of that, but if they let me in anytime soon, we'll be there in plenty of time for the race and to watch the middle part of qualifying and the end. There we go. We're golden. Yeah, Libert. Good luck to you out there. I don't know why it does this. This game is wild with that. Crazy, crazy. All right. Let's get all lined up again, but we are out here. No worries. Libert on the board with a 129.9. We saw that earlier, so I don't see anyone new that has a time on the board. Just under 10 minutes, though, you guys. JC on the board with a 129.1. Let's see him. We've had so many great races this season. Next week will be our championship race. It will come down to Rangers, who will be missing next race, and also Mayor of Bag City. These two have been battling back and forth all season. It's been so fun to watch. We've had a lot of drivers in the mix. The battles throughout the field have been so fun also. Mayor of Bag City on the board with a 127.5, which is around what we saw for the fastest times in practice. Vulture out there with a 128.2, and he's got a couple of wins this season, so we'll see if we may, have an appearance from him tonight in the booth after the race. Stanton Drums in third with a 128.3. Hawk with a 128.5. Dion 129.0. JC with a 129.1, and Libert in 7th with a 129.9. Waiting to see our time from Rangers and what he's going to put on the board. A lot of luck to all these drivers out here. Just coming up to 8 minutes of qualifying left. A lot of winding turns. We have a S curve that we're going to see out here in Sector 1. But besides that, there is so much speed here. You can lose a lot of speed if you take the corners wrong, slow down too much, overdrive it. But If you can get everything you can out of that, man, it is such a fun, fast track. Mayer hits pit lane. Ranger's still out. We're going to see from him as he makes his way on through. He gets a 127.1, goes to the top of the board. Mayer in second with a 127.5. These two are just going to go back and forth. We'll see what else they can do in qualifying here, but Culture making his way onto pit lane. Stanton Drums on his outlap, trying to improve his time. Almost tied with the J-Mac attack, who's on the board in fifth with a 128.326. Racer, what's up? How are you? Yeah, these drivers. I'll tell you what, you know, the nervousness is a little high tonight. We have Mayer and Rangers in the battle for the championship. Rangers will not be there next week, so tonight could very well determine who will be the championship, and I'm gonna say that a lot. You're gonna hear me say that a lot tonight, but yeah. We'll see what these guys do. Stanton Drums, he is out there in Sector 1 right now. It is gonna be so good. So good. Our finale, our championship race, it will be at Brazil. So that will be another fun one. 36 laps next week. Tonight will be 26 laps. More than likely, the strategy here will be soft to medium tires. If it does not rain. Now, if it rains like it did last week, obviously that is going to switch things up quite a bit. And we saw our top guys, Rangers, Mayer, they really were taking a chance on the tire strategy and when the rain would quit, and it did not work out for them. We'll see if they can make a comeback this week. Blew me on his outlap, and I told him, I said, tonight is going to be your night. You're going to be in the booth. So hopefully we bring him some good luck and we see him in the booth. I can tell you, though, he did not sound so sure about that. So let's go back through the winners. Throughout the season, Bahrain, we saw Rangers as the winner for round 1. Round 2 at Australia saw Mayer for the winner. Round 3 at China was Rangers. And he won 3 races in a row. China, Monza, and Monaco. And he won Canada and Coda. Then Azerbaijan, Mayer won. The French Grand Prix was Rangers. Culture saw his first win at Austria. Mayer in the Netherlands. Rangers won Saudi Arabia, and Mayer won Hungary. And Culture won last week at the Mexican Grand Prix. 4 minutes left in qualifying. 2 drivers in the 127s. Quite a few in the 128, so they are going to be racing pretty close throughout the race. Stanton Drums with a 0.1, Culture with a 0.2, J-Mac with a 0.3, and Hawk with a 0.5. That is all within 0.5 of a second. So 0.5 of, yeah, absolutely crazy. Bloomy still making his lap out there. Jacob and also Leaf Justin. We'll see if we can't get him on the podium here tonight. Richard, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know the drivers appreciate it, so do I. Rangers on a pit lane. We'll see what he does if he comes out again. He may very well be satisfied with his lap time out there. Mayer still trying to beat that time. Still trying to get up there and pass Rangers, so we'll see if he can't do so. Just under 3 minutes left, so not a lot of time, but there's enough to get it done. Jacob joins him on the 127s with a 0.7. Bloomy in fourth with a 128. What a time out there from him. Let's hope that brings him some good luck. Leaf Justin in fifth with a 128.147. Stanton Drums, he has a 128.1, and somebody else just got up there too. Culture 127.9. I want to see if these were the same drivers as practice. Rangers Mayor Jacob and Culture all had 127s in practice, and here they go again, repeating it in qualifying. Richard, I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Getting ready for this race tonight. Silverstone, like I said, a fast one. Some winding corners. We have an S-curve in there, but a pretty fast track for tonight. I don't expect anything too crazy. A lot of speed, but like I said, if that rain happens, that's going to change things up drastically. Let's go on board with Culture out here. Out in Sector 2 right now, sitting behind Liebert, and he's out here still 12th with a 129.9. We'll see if he can improve that at all, but almost just at the minute mark here, so not too much longer in qualifying before we hit the track for 26 laps at Silverstone. All right, I have to ask you guys, who do you think is going to be the champion? Will we see it determined tonight? Will it be Rangers? Will it be Mayor of Bag City? And already we have Mayor who is out of the session. Hopefully he'll get back in soon. Like I said, I have not seen a game do that so many times. It's kind of crazy. The constructor standings are up for grabs, though, also. We have Ferrari in the lead with 354 points. So those are those guys, Mayor of Bag City and Jacob, they are out in the lead with the constructor standings. Mercedes has 336 points. That's going to be J-Mac and Rangers. Alpine with 221 points. That's going to be JC and Bloomy. Or not, no, they're out for AlphaTauri. Skyland and Hawk, but Hawk is out here. No Skyland. Qualifying is over. The remaining guys on track will be able to finish their lap. You see J-Mac Attack out here. He grabbed himself 3 podium finishes in a row. Had several good races out here. I'd love to see Dion, Bloomy, a couple of these guys get on the podium. And see a couple of these guys losing connection. Oh my goodness. Lose it now before we head to the race. Hopefully I got mine out of the way. J-Mac Attack in 8th with a 128.3. So as it stands right now, Rangers will be on pole with a 127.1. Mayor of Bag City with a 127.5. Jacob, 127.7, sitting 3rd. Culture in 4th with a 127.9. Bloomy in 5th with a 128.0. And Leaf Justin in 6th with a 128.1. And not too far behind him. Take a look at that. Stanton Drums with a 128.153. Very, very close for these guys. In 8th, we're going to have J-Mac Attack. 9th is going to be Hawk. And looks like qualifying is officially over. We'll see the lineup as an official form here just in a second. It absolutely is, Racer. Rangers on pole. You can see that time there. So very close. 4 drivers in the 127s. Bloomy's going to lead with the 128 sitting P5. And then for the 129s, we're going to have Dion 4 Dub. JC is going to be an 11th, and Libert's going to be in 12th with a 129.3. All right, so here is how the point standings work. Let me take a look. For first, you get 25 points. In second, you have 18. So you can get 26 points if you have the fastest lap and you won the race. So we're going to see if that happens for the winner here. And if it is Rangers, more than likely, he will win. We'll see where Mayor finishes and where Rangers finishes. And man, we may crown a champion tonight. We'll see what happens here, but it is going to be so close. All right, these guys will be lining up for their formation lap, and we'll get these guys ready to roll. Let's take a look at the tires. All of them have decided to start on the softs. This is a one-stop race tonight, so I would assume if everything goes to plan, they will head on over to the mediums for their first and only stop. You can see Rangers out here trying to warm up those tires. We've had a couple of wild restarts in these races. We've seen Mayor fall back. We've seen Rangers fall back. We've seen others go straight to the lead. Who knows what tonight will bring? You see the strategy right there, 10 to 13 laps. First stop, softs. Second stop is going to be the mediums. Mayor of Bag City he's got a lot going through his mind right now. So does Rangers. After having a couple of races where Rangers has had self-spins and it just did not get any better for him throughout the race. He is really trying to make sure that he just nails every corner here, every single lap for 26 laps. Mayor has to make sure that he gets a great start here. We'll see what happens with these guys. All right, they are lining up. We'll see the lights go out soon. Bloomy leaves the session. Oh, man. Hopefully we'll get him back in. And the lights are out at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, and Rangers off to a great start already, trying to make it 3 wide. Take a look at this. Flying through the corners. Rangers is off and running, but take a look. Jacob moves to second. His teammate Mayer directly behind, trying to go single file line here. Cultures is going to be in fourth. We have some tires spinning out there as they're trying to use those brakes up. Justin in fifth. Hawk is going to be in sixth, and they are in a long train at the moment. Let's go on board with Hawk in sixth. No real position changes. Bloomy is going to lose the most as he is not yet back in the session. Loses out on 5 positions so far. Jacob right behind Rangers, and we've seen teammates Mayer and Jacob right next to each other in several of these races. I've been impressed with these two lately, and that is why they are on top in the constructor standings. Ferrari leading second, and third Rangers. He's going to be leading the race so far with his teammate, the J-Mac Attack, out there in 7th position. Jacob gets great entry into that corner. Something, you know, he's got such strong races out here. Unfortunately, something just happens to him in the final parts of the race, and he does not get the win. But man, oh man, he is a strong driver out there and has grown a lot this season. Ranger's out there with the fastest lap so far of the race, lap 2 of 26. You can see the top 4 have broken away just a little bit of a gap between these guys. Hawk trying to battle it out here. Very, very close for him. He's got Leaf Justin under attacking him right now. Holds off a little bit. He is safe for now, but man, oh man, when that DRS is enabled, these guys are going to be all over each other in these zones. You can see Jordan McGraw, J-Mac Attack out there in 7th behind Leaf Justin. So these 3 are quite close right now. Anything can happen. And you see Mayor of Bag City, these drivers very, very close. Rangers with a 1.2 gap. Teammates very, very close, able to help each other out. Mayor looks like he might be able to pass his teammate in a second. We'll see what kind of run he can get off the end. But Rangers with another fastest lap, a 1:30.4. You can see out here that gap that he has put on these drivers. Will he remain problem-free this race? So far, he's looking good, and when we see a problem from him, it is early on in a race, and it just does not stop. So far, though, he's looking extremely good here and very confident. Jacob almost 2 seconds back. Mayor of Bag City all over the back part of his car right now. Take a look at this. Going side by side into the corner, trying to take over that second spot. He does it. Jacob does not want to fight over that spot. He wants Mayor to be able to go get that. He knows there is a championship up for grabs right now. Vulture, he moves up to 3rd. Jacob's gonna fall back to 4th here. Mayor gets a 3-second time penalty. Penalties have come into play several times throughout this season. He's going to have to watch it. The only one with a penalty on the board just yet. Still a lot of racing left to be had. J-Mac Attack, I didn't see that he lost connection, but is saying he is online. Jacob has fallen 1 spot back from where he started, 2 spots back from where he took over once the race started lap 1. So we'll see if he can make a comeback, but man, he's doing fabulous tonight. Hawk up 4 spots from where he started. Going to be the biggest mover of the race so far. Bloomy, unfortunately, down 5 spots after losing connection. A very, very tight race. This is for P6 right now, on board with Leaf Justin. He still has the J-Mac Attack behind him. Stanton Drums gets a 3-second time penalty here. He's currently sitting P8. Few drivers behind him. There's so much racing throughout this field. Take a look at this. JC really getting into those corners. Amazing. We'll see how his drive off of the exit here is. These guys in Sector 1, Liebert gets a time penalty. He's going to be the third driver on the board with a penalty. Bloomy retires from the session. Ah, man, heartbroken for him. Not sure what happened with him, but a single car incident out there. Unfortunate to see. Bloomy. I told him, I said, I think you're gonna get in the podium tonight. I need to see you in the booth. Unfortunately, that will not happen tonight. All these guys losing connection. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what, I've never lost connection from a game more than I have from this one. We'll see him make his way back out on track. JDM Culture in third, Mayor of Bag City in second, 1.5 seconds behind Rangers. Take a look at Culture chasing the rabbit right now. So extremely close. We're gonna find out if he can make his way into second, but those two battling could mean an advantage for Rangers, as that will allow him to improve that gap between them. No one really behind Culture. He's got about 3-second gap between him and Hulk. Hulk has got some company behind him though. Jacob, Justin, J-Mac, all of these guys so extremely close still. We have about 3 groups of cars that are out on track, racing for position. Rangers looking strong, but Mayor is closing that gap up. It is down to a 1.1 second gap. Will he be able to catch Rangers? He knows the championship is on the line right now. He knows Rangers will be gone next week. He has to make it happen this race. Culture takes over the second spot. Passes him right underneath going into the corner. Man, unexpected, and that is going to increase the gap for Rangers up to a 1.4, just what he wants to see. Mayor, unfortunately, not liking what is going on right now. He's going to have to catch back up. At Culture, he's got 2 wins this season. He's looking for a third. Rangers is gonna have some company. We'll see if these guys can close that gap up. You know he's feeling the pressure right now. Culture with Mayor of Bag City directly behind him. These drivers are doing all they can to put everything they have into every single lap, trying to catch Rangers. It is under a second gap between these drivers. Culture just so strong out here tonight. Hawk with a 3-second time penalty. That is 4 drivers with a penalty tonight. Rangers doing fine with the penalties. So far, he is clean with them. Mayor moves back up to second. Culture down to third. This race is so back and forth between these 2 drivers. Absolutely phenomenal. Mayor of Bag City with a 129.9, fastest lap of the race, and it's going to be on lap 8 of 26. Oh, man. Take a look at this. That gap almost down to a half a second. We'll see what he can do. I don't know. Mayor seems strong, and then he loses a little bit of time, and then there's just battle between him and Culture. Hawk is not too far behind either. The top 3 guys all right here. Culture can see them all. And with these guys fighting for second position the way they have been, I am really surprised that this gap is not bigger between second and first. Stanton Drums with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to make 6 seconds for him so far. Yeah, I'm curious. It very well could be. I would love to see if these guys, we can see their tire wear. We'll bring up the telemetry right now on Culture. Mayor of Bag City up here. You can see him just on the heels of Ranger. Man, oh man, just so extremely close. This is just brewing up to be quite a battle tonight. Honeycut, what's up? How are you? This is the race that could determine a championship winner, Honeycut. It is between Rangers and Mayor of Bag City. Rangers will not be here next week for the finale. He will be gone, so if he clinches this, gets the win, and there's enough going on for Mayor, he will get the championship tonight. Mayor does have a 3-second penalty with Culture right behind him. If the race ended right now, you know what that means for Mayor. He loses out on second place. Top 3 drivers are still on top of each other. Our second group is going to be Hawk, about 4.6 seconds behind. These 2 drivers switching positions again. That gap increased just since we were going. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Mayor on pit lane. Wow, kind of surprised with that move. He'll be going out on the mediums. We'll see how long our other drivers stay out. We have a couple of drivers in. Justin, Dion. Mayor goes back to 9th as he took to pit lane. Rangers, we'll see if he goes in. He is heading into sector 2. Rangers is strong. He is always strong. When he is not strong, though, yeah, it can be pretty disastrous for him. But tonight is not one of those nights. He knows what is on the line. He is so incredibly strong. Culture, I'm super impressed with him, too. He won last week. Looking for another win. This will be his 3rd win if he takes it tonight. Just over 1 second behind me, have JDM Hawk. He is about 4.7 seconds back in 3rd. Rangers stays out. Oh man, this is crazy. Culture still about 1 second. It has not moved too much, you guys. Jacob's gonna go on pit lane. That's gonna be Ferrari's teammate right there. Mayor of Bag City. A few penalties on the board, 4 to be exact. The first one is gonna be with Hawk. Liebert gets a penalty, a 3-second time penalty for him. Up to 6 seconds for him. Also Stanton Drums. I am just waiting to see if Rangers goes in. If he does, I would imagine Culture is going to go in next. Lap 11 of 26. They do have to make one stop. Mayor going in, one of the earliest, if not the earliest stop of the night. Every driver that has gone in, they are on the medium tire compound. Ranger's still out there. We'll see if he goes in this time around. No, he goes in. Sid Culture follows him. So they have a couple of more laps than Mayor of Bag City does. All right, Rangers in. Culture is going to be the new leader. J-Mac goes to the lead. Off he goes, still out. Liber gonna be in second. Rangers, here he comes off of pit lane. We have a few drivers on pit lane right now. Mayor of Bag City, fastest lap of the race, a 1:29. Lucky Sevens out there, lap 12 of 26. We'll see if that brings him luck for tonight's race. Man, I don't know. It has been a crazy couple of weeks with these championship races. IndyCar was quite the finish. J-Mac was the points leader pretty much throughout the entire season. Andrew Wisdom, he was 22 points behind, ended up winning the championship by 1 single point. Absolutely insane. J-Mac still out here in the lead before he goes on to pit lane. Mayor of Bag City in third. Rangers coming out fourth. Quite the gap between these drivers. You can see Rangers out here. Dion gets a 3-second time penalty. Our only driver with a DNF tonight so far is going to be Bloomy. I think I jinxed him, you guys. Oh, man. Let's go look at Mayor of Bag City. The interval between these guys. Libert is going to head for pit lane here. J-Mac attack stays out. Fastest lap goes to Mayor of Bag City yet again. A 1:29.6. Absolutely flying out there. Let's see what he does. He has literally no one to worry about behind him or in front of him. He can just concentrate on running those lines. This really switches things up for him. The race is coming up to be about halfway over. You guys, I don't know. This is crazy. You can see the distance on the map in your right-hand corner. That arrow is Rangers, and right in front of him is going to be Mayor out in Sector 2. Bag City has this in the bag, says Colds24. What's up, Colds? I hope you're doing good. It's going to be wild. Like I said, this could determine the championship. This race here tonight. And this is the penultimate race. This isn't even the final race. A lot on the line, and both of these drivers know it. J-Mac goes on to pit lane, takes those tires. Mayor of Bag City will be the new leader once he comes out. Mayor out here now. I want to watch this interval here, and it has increased the gap. Pretty incredible. Pit lane, this first and only stop it should be, has changed things up for these drivers. Our top 3 and 4 guys were on top of each other. Not so much anymore as they were before they went to pit road. Alpha says, man, it's really amazing how realistic these games have gotten. Other than small pixeling in the background, almost can't tell the difference between it and real life. Yeah, they did a great job with this game and graphics. It's pretty incredible. It goes a long way from, you know, back in the days, as you said, a lot of pixel games, and now here we are. At some points, if you get a great photograph of the games, you literally cannot tell between this and real life. It's pretty wild. Rangers 2.7 seconds behind Mayor of Bag City, who is our current leader. Lap 14 of 26, getting ready to go into 15. Culture gonna be 2.7 seconds behind. Ranger gets the fastest lap, a 1:29.1. A half a second faster than Mayor's fastest lap. Lampert says if Mayor wins, I'm giving him the wettest kiss. That's adorable. I can't even imagine how excited he will be. I don't know, you guys. This is just going to be absolutely wild tonight. Lap 15 of 26, you guys. Rangers started on the pole, led the race up until pit stops here, and now Mayor of Bag City. He went earlier in than anyone else, and yeah, here we go. He is the leader now. 2.5 seconds in front of Rangers, and about the same gap between Rangers and Culture. And like I said, these are the three guys that were on top of each other. Hawk, you see him out here at P4. Doing a solid job tonight. I love it. Not if I get to him first. You guys are cracking me up. Jake at P5, 1.7 seconds behind. Lost 2 positions from where he started in the race. But if you guys remember, he was out here in second as the race started. Made some great moves, got into that second spot, up with his teammate Mayor of Bag City, has since fallen back. J-Mac Attack, after his pit stop, he is now in P6, up 2 spots from where he started. Stanton Drums in 7th. Liebert, he's going to be out here in 8th, up 4 spots from where he started. So a great night for him so far. Dion 4 Dub is up in P9. JC in 10th. And Leaf Justin down 5 spots from where he started. Mayor looking really strong. I know I said it. Yes. They only need 1 stop tonight, Colds. If this race goes green and we don't see a safety car, they really do only need this 1 stop. I want to see where they were on the tires here. Yeah, Mayor's already on 5-lap old tires. I think it's going to be close for him, but it still could be very doable. Every single driver on the mediums, this is what they should be able to finish in. Remember, Rangers does have 2-lap fresher tires, but that gap is still 2.6. Rangers out here in second. Take a look at the time penalties too. This is going to affect him. Mayor of Bag City, 6 seconds in time penalties. He has to, absolutely has to put that amount between him and Rangers to keep this win tonight. Man, he is just pushing himself so incredibly hard, and that is really going to hurt him. That's going to be a tough one. Liebert with 12 seconds in penalties. Stanton Drums, 12 seconds in penalties. If Rangers keeps this gap out here, he will be the winner tonight. And he does have the fastest lap so far of the race. Will that change? It is still possible. Lap 17 of 26. I don't know, you guys. This is wild. Pretty much an identical gap between Rangers and Cultures also. All of these guys you can see on the map, they are pretty well separated. This is going to be the closest race that you're going to see out here right now. This is for P4. We have JDM Hawk and Jacob directly behind him. We'll see if Jacob can't get that spot, but I'm still keeping an eye on the gap between Mayor and Rangers. Holding out pretty steady at 2.8. It just went to 3. It's going to be close. That gap is starting to increase, and Rangers does have fresher tires out there. Mayor, you know he is using every last piece of tire that he has. Hopefully he is not burning those tires up. He is really pushing that. The boundaries there. Oh my gosh, the track limits. If he gets 9 seconds, I don't know, you guys. I don't know if he can come back from that. It's already going to be hard enough to come back from a 6-second time penalty. If Rangers remains penalty free, yeah, he's at 3.5 second gap. It's going to be close. We've had so many of these races where you think one thing and then a completely different thing happens. So anything is still possible. This is a man on a mission. And he's fun to talk to in the booth when he gets a win or gets at the podium. He's really fun to talk to, absolutely enjoys all the wins he gets, does not take them for granted. Rangers has had an extremely strong season, though. Let's go back through the wins once again. Rangers has 8 wins this season. Mayor has 4 wins this season. The difference is, you guys, is that Mayor, I feel like he's got a little bit more consistency, which is why he's been up here. Rangers, when he does not do well in a race, he really struggles out there, which has hurt him in the long run. This is not one of those races. He has done a really great job. About 4 seconds behind, so that gap is increasing. Mayor of Bag City, if he can keep up this pace, I don't know. He could be safe, but he's got to put at least 6 seconds between these two. Wins do not come easy, and Rangers, you know, he does a great job out here. So does Mayor. Let's take a look at Culture. I've been so impressed with his runs. So incredibly fast out here. Won last week at the Mexican Grand Prix. Looking to get his 3rd tonight at Silverstone. 3 drivers on the board with 6 seconds in penalties. Mayor, JDM Hawk, who's sitting P4, and Dion for dub. We have Liebert with 12 seconds, and Stanton Drums really struggling out there with the penalties. 15 seconds. J-Max now on the board with a 3-second time penalty. That gap between Mayor and Rangers quickly increasing almost to a 4-second gap. Will he be able to increase that to 6 seconds? Oh man. Lap 20 of 26. It is coming down to a close here pretty quickly. This race has just absolutely flown by. Who is it going to be? Will we see a championship winner tonight? Dion gets another 3-second time penalty. That's going to be 9 seconds for him. Mayor is really going to have to watch the boundaries here. Track limits, make sure that he stays within those. That gap has increased to almost 4.5 seconds. Rangers kind of struggling out here. The softs he was much, much better on. Vulture still in 3rd. Oh man, so many things running through these guys' minds. Ranger still absolutely could get a penalty. If he does, that's it then. Because they are past that threshold unless something happens to Mayor. But yeah, if he gets that penalty, Mayor will win this race. Mayor is driving like he's on rails. He loves these medium tires. I mean, he is doing phenomenal out here. Ranger's obviously preferring the soft tire compound, and unfortunately, you have to switch it up. You guys know this. You cannot stay on the same tire compound. You have to use at least 2 different ones. Tonight, everyone was on the same exact strategy. As I was talking to the drivers, they said this is like the easiest strategy out there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Just softs to mediums. That's it. This will be one of the only races if we do get, as soon as I say that, Sector 1 has a caution. It's still under green, but this will be one of the only races we have not seen a safety car if that stays in effect. Lap 22 of 26. Oh my gosh. Almost to a 5-second gap. That is a confident driver right there. He knows what he needs to do. He is on a mission. He has to get it to 6 seconds though. He has to. Ranger's fighting out here, but he knows he cannot get a penalty, so he's doing everything in his power to stay in those limits. Unfortunately, he's just losing some time out here on the medium tires. We are quickly approaching lap 23, and Mayor is just, yeah. He's just got it tonight. So incredibly strong. Our podium so far is going to be Mayor, Rangers, and Culture. In practice, we saw 4 drivers in the 127s. We saw Rangers fastest in practice, Mayor in second, Jacob and Culture. All of these guys were top 4. Hawk snuck up there. He is in the top 4 for the race. Jacob is in 5th. Almost to 5 seconds. 4.8 right now. 4.9. Man, oh man. You guys, I don't even know what to think. Lap 23 of 26. Can he put another second gap? By the time this race finishes, will he be the winner here tonight? Let's go back. Jacob, you can see him right on the heels of Hawk. This is going to be for P4. So incredibly close. Take a look. This is a pass right here. Jacob out here in 4th. He's got some company right behind him, though, not letting him go. Side by side for these drivers through the corners. What a battle right here. Hawk goes down the straightaway. He's going to be P4. Jacob P5. Meanwhile, the lead, Mayor of Bag City, still 4.9 seconds in front of Rangers. Liber leaves the session. He's out there P7, 15 seconds and penalties. Will he be able to get back in at lap 24 of 26? Jacob trying to set himself up to make another move on Hawk. Rangers hits a 5-second gap between him and the leader, Mayor of Bag City. Here we go. Another battle ensues between these two. Jacob backs it off. Hawk is going to stay in P4. incredibly close between these two drivers. Leave Justin 22 seconds behind. This is not for position. All right, let's bring it back up to our leader, Mayer. Oh my goodness. He saw the 6 seconds and penalties and said, hey, you know what? I can't lose this. I have to keep myself on the track. I cannot get any more time penalties. He is using every last bit of track that he can, though, and you absolutely have to get all the speed you can. This is an extremely fast track. Winding corners, a lot of speed goes into this. Mayer looks like he's catching up to Stanton Drums. Not even giving an interval on Rangers yet. Oh my goodness. Lap 25 is going to head into the final lap, you guys. Yeah, we are gonna have to ask these guys after the race. I don't even know. Mayor of Bag City, is he within the time gap that he can to get a win, or will he lose out on the win here tonight? 5.6 seconds. You have got to be kidding me. The final lap here. Here we go. Rangers, you can see him 5.6. He's got to do everything he can to keep that under 6. Mayer driving his heart out right now. No mistakes can come from him. This is so incredibly close. I can't even tell you guys how many times we've had crazy races like this. Sector 2, here we go for Mayer. Under 5.5 second gap between him and Rangers. He is quickly approaching Stanton. Sector 3. This is the final part of the race. You guys, this is crazy. One of the final corners we will see from Mayor of Bag City for the night. He's going to cross the line first at Silverstone. 5.7 seconds between him and second place. I don't think it's going to be enough. He very well may lose out on the win here tonight, but he crosses the line first. Let's see Rangers as he crosses the line. He is going to be the winner here tonight at Silverstone. Mayor of Bag City will be second after 6 seconds and penalties. So extremely close. What a wild race. Culture gonna wind out in third after a phenomenal race last week. Played the strategy right. He saw the win last week, gets on the podium this week. Fantastic couple of races for him. As far as the championship, you guys, we're gonna have to get these guys in here. That's all I can say. Rangers ends up winning after Mayer gets 6 seconds in penalties. Absolutely incredible. Let's get these guys in. All right, we'll wait for these drivers to come in. What a run from them tonight. Yeah. Alpha says, a heck of a run, Mayor. You deserve a drink of your choice. Rangers brings home the win tonight. Ah, man. What a wild race. Rangers, I know you had a strong start here. Liber gets the driver of the day. How about that? But Rangers, yeah, strong start for you. were you more confident on the soft tires, or what happened throughout the race for you?
You know, I don't know. I just didn't, damn, I don't know. I didn't really have good race pace, to be honest with you. And Abel kind of got lucky there at the start with him, kind of getting held up by his teammate there for a little while, but I don't know. Just throughout the race, I thought I was in a great spot, only coming out a few seconds behind him, having 2 lap fresher tires, and he was fast. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I was driving a little conservative there at the end, man. I was pushing, and he was still pulling away from me, and I mean, I don't know. I didn't have anything for him if he didn't have any penalties.
Wild race, yes, won the race based on penalties. Great job. I don't know. Do you know what that means as far as the championship? Do we know?
I do. Indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is it?
It means I don't have to stress about not being here next week. So.
Wow. Yeah, you know, like I've said during the race, we have seen a couple of crazy finishes throughout the seasons and the past couple of weeks, and tonight is another. Rangers brings home the win tonight. And also the championship. So a huge congratulations to you, Rangers. That is absolutely insane. Great job.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, Mayor of Bag City, man, you were on a rail tonight. I mean, just had the speed. You put your hardest fight into it. How did your race go? How you feeling right now?
It went. I hate to be this guy today, but it went terribly, and I feel horribly. I started on my practice qualifying tires, couldn't put down a real lap in qualifying, so I had like 15% from the jump, so I had no softs. Committed too many dumb mistakes because of the no softs, and I was fast on the mediums, but I wasn't good enough, frankly. So big shouts to Rangers. He's more consistent. Ferrari should win the team title, but to be this close to the driver's title and to lose it, I'm just nothing but disappointed in myself, frankly.
I know how you are, and I know you're disappointed, but man, oh man, you had a great race tonight and a ton of speed. I feel for you, but you have to be proud of how you ran the season. A huge congratulations to you tonight and throughout the season. You did great out there.
Yeah, it's really a credit to the team and the cars they put me in, and really just was a lack of talent and 2/10 short this week. So again, shouts to Rangers. He kicked butt this year and definitely deserves it, and only got to come back stronger next year.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, you heard it from Mayor of Bag City, who finishes tonight in second. Culture, having a great couple of races out here, finishes on the podium. Take us through your race and the battles you were having.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I had better pace in the first half when we were on the softs. I was definitely catching Rangers, but that was sort of my mistake. I probably shouldn't have followed him into the pits, but it ended up not to matter because, I mean, I sort of lost the pace once I switched to mediums. I lost the amount of time Rangers lost to Mayor that stint. I would lose a little bit more to Rangers. So it was a losing race, but I definitely felt like this is one of my best races besides the 2 wins I have.
Yeah, I mean, you were very strong out there, and I was watching the gap. It was pretty consistent between you and Rangers, and once you went in, and so I could tell that some of the guys were struggling a little bit on the mediums compared to the softs, but man, you guys still had the speed out there. So great race, and as you said, it was a great race for you besides your win. So congratulations out there, and yeah, I can't wait for next race.
Brazil, right?
It is Brazil. How you feel about Brazil, speaking of which?
I really like that track, so possibly a podium.
Very nice, very nice. I look forward to it, but congratulations on your podium tonight. Rangers takes home the win and also the championship. We will not see him out there next week, so yeah, pretty crazy that we crowned him champion on the penultimate round, but here we are, Mayor of Bag City, gonna look for possibly another win next race. We'll find out as we hit Brazil for our final round. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. A lot of congratulatory messages out there for Rangers. He did a great job this season, so did all the drivers. But hopefully we'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, next Wednesday. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you then.